Now that Season 4 has been out for nearly a month, we've had enough time to see which loadouts, landing spots, and moves work best in the new meta. Let's not waste any more time and hop right into it. We're gonna dive right into what most of you are here for, the best loadout to dominate Season 4. Starting off with ARs, the Evochrome takes the crown without a doubt. The long-range damage combined with the increasing damage per tag makes this thing completely broken. Tons of pros have been complaining to get this thing nerfed or even removed entirely. The Hammer Assault Rifle isn't bad by any means, but it just doesn't come close to the Evochrome. For shotguns, the Evochrome should honestly be avoided at all costs. The increasing damage rate just doesn't work the same in a close-range fight where the hard shots matter. Similar to this, we have the Lever. This thing was introduced back in midway Chapter 2 and can definitely be used successfully. However, if you're not landing a majority of the pellets on your opponent, this thing's gonna hit like a wet napkin. Although the damage rate is pretty low, the fire and reload rate makes up for it. It shoots at a similar rate to the tac shotgun with an animation in between each shot. This means you won't need an SMG to fight at close range and your shotty alone will do just fine. We now also have the Ranger shotgun in competitive. This thing has been in pubs for a while now, but chances are you've never used this thing more than a few times. The Ranger shotgun hits extremely hard from long distances, but only has one shot per clip. This means you'll need to reload in between each play, oftentimes messing up your fighting flow. We'd recommend only picking up high rarities of this weapon, but you can definitely still frag out with the right playstyle. The Prime shotgun is without a doubt the best shotty in Season 4 and should be used whenever possible. This thing hits extremely hard, sometimes even more than a pump. These generally have a lower spawn rate, so whoever can get their hands on one off spawn is going to be at a recognizable advantage. If you're a player that insists on carrying an SMG, the suppressed SMG is going to be your best bet. The clip capacity and increased damage count over the rapid fire alternative makes it a no-brainer. However, since neither SMGs this season are very strong, carrying a sniper rifle instead is a great idea. These things are finally one shot to the head again and now have 3 shots per clip on top of that. The potential for playing off sniper knocks in team modes is insane. In a perfect world, you should be holding an Evochrome AR, Prime shotgun, suppressed SMG or sniper, along with 6 minis and 6 splashes. Obviously, you won't be able to pull off this loadout at all times, but it's important to recognize weapon priority. If you want to dominate Season 4, make sure you head to ProGuides.com, where we've got an army of pro coaches ready and waiting to teach you everything you need to know about Fortnite so you can improve fast. As you probably already know, Season 4 has brought tons of POI changes. Since the early stage of the game is crucial for being successful, you need to stay up to date with what each place has to offer. If you haven't already seen our best landing spots and rotation video, definitely check that out and get a feel for what drop could work best for you. We're gonna keep it brief and go over 2 of the most stacked POIs in Season 4. First off, we have the Rave Cave. This place has been significantly upgraded from Season 3. Although the newly added blimp with its very own vault has made its way east, there's still plenty of loot available. Don't forget about the vault down in the cave. On top of the loot supply seeing a major upgrade, the rotation and mobility options are now extremely convenient. Inside the giant cuddle team leader's head, you'll find a launch pad that can take you all the way to the blimp by the center lake we mentioned earlier. If you manage to find 2 keys to open the vault, you're gonna be more than stacked. If not, you've still got some scrap loot to go through before you glide your way into zone. Hit the fan up top and glide over to the hovering balloon platform directly south. This thing will shoot you way up into the sky, giving you the opportunity for a cross-map rotation if zone pulls far away. Now, we know this next place has been around for quite some time, but the changes made to the random spawning boat this season are absolutely insane. The boat spawns at random spots on the edge of the map, oftentimes near a vault location. Aside from the boat now hovering in the air, the loot crate with a supply drop is still there, along with an increase in chest spawns and slurp barrels. This means you can come out of here with full shields and a solid loadout without wasting any heals. The launch pad up top provides an easy rotation to zone or the surrounding POIs for an easy cleanup if you're feeling confident. If you're looking for a more of a chill edge map drop, Chonker Speedway is your best bet. Not only is there more than enough loot for a few players, there's also tons of coolers lying around. It's rare that you won't find at least 6 chugs by the time you head out. Since Chonkers is on the edge of the map, you won't need to worry about third-party players sneaking their way in. If zone doesn't pull too far away, you can take your time to farm your way to max brick and metal. On top of all of this, there's a vault located directly west of the POI. It may be difficult to find 2 keys off spawn, but when you do, you'll be stacked out of your mind. That dream loadout we mentioned earlier shouldn't be too hard to pull off if you play your cards correctly here. Alright Fortnite fam, it's time for the question of the day. What's your favorite Battle Pass skin of Season 4? Let us know down in the comments below. Now that we have the standard stuff out of the way, we want to talk about mantling and how it's so important in the current meta. Although mantling has been out for a few seasons, the way in which people are using the mechanic has changed entirely. The bottom line is that the mantle mechanic is quite buggy. Resetting edits and timing your activation correctly can cause you to launch in the air, defying the game's normal physics. Players have used this to glitch to create various moves to catch their opponents off guard. The player who initially found and popularized these strategies is none other than pois. He's been all over exploits for the past few years and has yet to disappoint us. The first move he often uses is done with a floor piece. When you're on low ground with an opponent a few layers up, select the back right tile and jump up. Right as your head's about to hit the top, confirm the edit and activate your mantle bind. This will usually send you 1 to 3 layers up, giving you the opportunity to land a shot before your opponent has even realized what just happened. This move is extremely viable and should be used pretty often in your mid and early game fights. The second move that's been blowing up recently is practically the same idea but with a ramp. Select a half ramp edit and stand near the top of the non-selected side. Right after you confirm the edit, activate your mantle bind. This can send you up anywhere from 2 to 10 plus layers depending on your timing and positioning. Since you will take fall damage with this trick if you're not careful, it's best to use this when there's an already established build fight you can connect to. Outside of these new exploits, the mantle mechanic at its core is still extremely viable and should be used in your fights much more often. Simply things like sneaking up below and mantling onto your opponent's layer should be a core part of your playstyle. It's all about being unpredictable. Well, that wraps things up for today, Fortnite fam. Did you enjoy the video? Be sure to leave a like and ring that bell to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest tips and tricks we have to offer. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let us know if there's anything you would be interested in learning more about. With tons of major events still down the road, you've still got time to dominate this meta. Utilize the tips we covered in today's video and you're set. Once again, my name is Galvanize and I'll see you in our next video here at ProGuides.